So we know that we could use modals of suggestion when offering suggestions or establishing obligatory rules. But let's break it apart. Let's take a look at suggestion. Now, when we are making suggestions, we could use two modal verbs here, could and may. The most common way to offer suggestion or give advice is to use could. For example, I think you could try and complain to the customer service department. Now, by complaining to the customer service department, it is a possible way to solve the problem. May can also be used to offer suggestions and give advice, but it's a less commonly used word, so we don't hear it very often. Now let's take a look at obligation. When we are making obligatory rules or establishing obligatory rules, we could use two modal verbs, must and should. Now, should is generally used to express someone's responsibility to fulfill an obligation, whereas must is generally used to express someone's insistence on fulfilling the obligation. So let's take a look at an example. Those who are responsible for the project must stay. This sounds more powerful than saying those who are responsible for the project should stay. So now let's take a look at some examples of modals of suggestion when offering suggestion or establishing obligatory rules. So now let's take a look at three examples, one using could, one using must, and one using should. You could phone the doctor and ask about the pain you're experiencing. This is an example of offering a suggestion or giving advice to a particular problem. You must clean your room. This is an example of giving an order. It is establishing an obligatory rule. You should eat more vegetables. This is an example of expressing the responsibility to fulfill the obligation. So now that we've looked at some examples and gained a better understanding of how to use modals of suggestion, let's take a look at what situations we can use must and should in. Now, we can use must when we are giving an order, talking about a legal requirement such as you must wear a seatbelt when you drive, and stress the importance of some action. We can use should when we are talking about appropriate behavior such as you should go to school every day, and to talk about suggestions and advice. Now, I hope this has helped you gain a better understanding of how to use modals of suggestions and when to use them. I'll see you in our next vlog.